Don with Fayette Commonwealth's attorney, Ray Larson.
Today on In Touch with Ray the DA and Officer Don, we discuss the case involving the railroad serial killer, Angel Resendez, also known as Rafael Resendez Ramirez. Ramirez was responsible for the 1996 murder of a 21-year-old University of Kentucky student. Ramirez was later located in Texas after committing several other murders in the state. He was convicted and then executed in 2006. Officer Don discusses how this was one of his first cases involving DNA testing.
Pretty effective. And it was one of the first DNA cases I was involved with, because we actually took the DNA that we got from the crime scene and flew it to Washington, to the FBI crime lab, because we were going to put that on America's Most Wanted at that time. Was the big crime TV show, and we needed to see if we could get a DNA hit to get that on the air to help us out with that too, and that all just came together. So it was sort of a national effort on that case.
We also discussed how Chicago has had 2,349 shootings so far this year. Let me repeat that. 2,349 shootings. That's roughly 60 shootings every week. These shootings have occurred despite Chicago's strict anti-gun laws, which causes some to argue that yes, Chicago is a gun-free zone except for the criminals. There are other cities that are attempting to be gun-free as well, like New York City. However, in the end, the criminals are the only ones that end up with the weapons. An interesting issue that Officer Don brought up was that even if you do have your carrying concealed license for the state of Kentucky, you aren't allowed to carry in New York, and if you do, you will be arrested. So, I have to ask, what is the point of these anti-gun laws if law-abiding citizens are left without a way to protect themselves from the criminals that, despite the anti-gun laws, still possess these weapons? Make sure you listen in this Sunday to hear the entire episode with Ray the DA and Officer Don. See you next week on In Touch.
In Touch this Sunday with Officer Don. Oh, and Ray the DA is